One of the things I really value about working at Christchurch, since Christchurch is one of the 6 church schools in the Diocese of Virginia, is that it reminds me I'm a part of something bigger than myself, and it helps me remind my students too that not only are you a part of Christchurch School, but you're a part of this other greater community that shares similar core values, similar philosophies about education, and similar traditions as well.
We believe that a good education is really connected to what's going on in the real world. And so we developed the Great Journeys curriculum to really incorporate the world as much as we could into what we teach. And that doesn't just mean getting kids out into the field.
When we say place-based, we're really talking about 2 concentric circles, 2 systems that we're all part of, no matter where we come from. So one of those circles is the human construct, what town we're from, the population, what people do for jobs, the social aspect of our lives. And the other system is the natural world. So where are we from geographically and geologically on the planet? We could not be luckier to live where we live as a community with a focus on place. Being at the mouth of the longest free-flowing river entering the Chesapeake Bay, which is the largest estuary in North America, that has the nation's capital on it, one of its major tributaries. It's just like this perfect environment. We use place-based education as a way to help our students find relevance.
My favorite immersion trip was junior year's immersion trip, which is when we went to Tangier Island. And that was really fun because immersion trips, it builds empathy because you have to go out and then you connect to the various different types of people. We'd always sit down, look at the bigger picture, see how everything connects. I've learned so much about this whole area that, I don't know, I just feel like a close connection.
Our Episcopal school uses place in such a special way and so naturally cultivates an appreciation and understanding for the natural world to be stewards of God's creation that I think it gives us even more really reliable and powerful ways to use our Episcopal identity, because the world is a really big place with many different people, many different beliefs, many different opportunities, and it's beautiful and it's complicated, and God is in all of that.
As we engage in the world, as we as a school encourage our students to develop skills that are relevant in the world, it's really important to us that they understand the responsibility we all have to really take care of our planet and of the resources that surround us.
I've always loved the environment, but I think Christchurch really brought that out in me and brought how I can truly make a change. I always think about recycling, such a little thing, but it can change so much in 10 years. It's all about these little things that we're doing to change the bigger picture.
When we think about sustainability and the tools we have for it, one really important one is giving the kids the chance to practice it. And the Junior Senior Project is a great example of that. A great example is the solar-powered pump that we installed in a well in a little village in Senegal. Stephen Stylianos came up with that project during his junior year. He was inspired to do that by experiences he had abroad during his freshman and sophomore years. And by the time he was a senior, not only was he inspired, not only was he interested in making a difference, he had a lot of the skills, he had a lot of the background in order to really know what that would mean. And then he was able to use the resources we provided, the time, the support, the structure to really run with a project. And in the end, he transformed the lives of an entire community. We teach a selfless approach to understanding sustainability and understanding your place in a community. And that connects very much to our Episcopal identity as well. We believe that a major lesson from our Episcopal tradition is teaching values, is getting kids to really think outside of themselves. Part of our inspiration to be good stewards as a school is recognizing the value of what we have and wanting to make sure that we preserve it for generations of Christchurch students to come and for the communities around us that similarly rely on this exceptional place.
I think one of the most important things that you can have as an educator is hope for the future, and I have a lot of hope for the future knowing that these students will be stewards of our world and stewards of our community and stewards for each other.